What people don't understand is the brain has many different waves. We've got you referred to them before. So beta is where we're at now. This is where you go to your therapist and you're talking about things on a conscious level. When you go into meditation, a guided meditation, anything like that, you're dropping, or a creative state, you're going right into alpha. And you can make changes in alpha, and it's just a daydream state. And oftentimes you're in that state when you're driving, right? People all of a sudden, like, I don't even remember getting here. How did I get
Hmm.
here?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we go through these brainwave states. It's not like it's just a steady line. We're dipping and up and down. When you get really excited, you're in high beta. When you get really zoned out, you're in lower alpha. When you're daydreaming, you get into theta, which is rapid eye movement, and when you're, dreaming and going through, and then delta, where you're totally out and just kind of, that's where they want you when they're doing surgery or something like that, and they use anesthesia, which people think hypnosis is the same thing. Are you going to put me under? No, this isn't anesthesia, right? This is just what the language that we pick up from movies and
Yeah.
stage shows, which is the entertainment side, which is real, but it's like a magic trick. You look like it's control, but it's something totally different underneath. It's more behavior modification. And
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't even know how to do that stuff. I watch them in awe when they're up there making people do all those things because I don't even, to me, um, obviously, unconsciously, you have to want to participate because they can't make people do that unless they don't. But
Yeah.
it's so interesting. But when you get into the different brain waves, when you're a baby, when you're young, at 2 or 3, your natural brain state is in delta, and you're moving into theta as toddler. So this information is all stored at very deep levels of your mind. That's why when you're at beta, you can't access that information, correct?
Yes, yeah, yeah. That's why we call it the unconscious mind. And we say there's two parts of our mind, which is this, maybe there is, maybe there isn't, where this is just how we're labeling it based on our, limited understanding of how the mind really works. But we're using some labels, and so yeah, that's why it makes sense. There's an old quote. It says, "When you learn to go within, you never go without." And
Right.
we're so busy worrying about everything all the time and analytically, logically trying to figure it all out and talk ourselves into feeling safe, instead of getting quiet and stop staying busy and just sit down and get quiet and go within. And people try to do that with meditation, but it's very hard to let go of attachments and quiet your mind, until you get better at it. Then it becomes easier. But I always say that hypnosis is more goal oriented. It's like meditation on steroids. Let's
Right.
go in there and get the results right away.
Right. Because making that people will say, well, how can you make me change my thoughts about something? It's like, how's this working for you? You know,